Starting the recording of the class, okay? Now, in the last day, whatever the topics we have completed, that means we have just gone through about how to find out the acceleration for the particular objects. Now, today, we are just going to continue the same session. Now, up to the completed part, do you have any of the doubt? Everyone, just say fast now.
Star.
Okay. So one of the homework question I have just given, but I think it was having some problem in solving the question. You should tell me now, so we can solve them. So this is the surface on which the three blocks are placed. One is this one, another is this one, and the biggest one is that one. Suppose it is having the mass of 2 kg, it is of 3 kg, it is of 4 kg, and I just forgot how much force I have applied. So I'm assuming the force applied, it is of 40 Newton. Okay, so we'll just find out the acceleration of the blocks, because in this case the total acceleration is produced in this direction. So obviously for every block the acceleration will be in the same direction. So at first we'll consider for the 2 kg mass. We are drawing the free body diagram. So this is a 2 kg mass. For that you are applying the force in this direction. The value of your applied force, it is of 40 Newton, right? So due to that 3 kg mass, obviously it is applying some reaction force on that 2 kg mass in that direction. Because whenever the two objects are placed one after another, so this is the 2 kg, this is the 3 kg mass. So that 2 kg mass is applying some action, some force of action on that 3 kg mass in this direction. This is the force of action, it is known as F dash. So the 3 kg mass will also apply the force of reaction in the opposite direction. So we are considering the reaction force, okay? The reaction force is acting in this direction. So I am considering the force of reaction, it is F dashed, okay? The weight of the object which is acting in the downward direction, it is of 20 Newton, and the normal reaction force, it is equals to N. There are a lot of N we have written, so I'm not writing the units here, okay? So with respect to the free body diagram, what we can say, that the object is accelerated in this direction, right? The acceleration is produced in this direction. So I can say that a 40 is greater than of that reaction force, and the difference between them, it is equals to the net force. I have told you the net force is your mom, so obviously it should be m into a mass, right? So I can say F dashed, it is equals to 40 minus of mass into acceleration. We are considering for 2 kg mass, so it will be only 2 multiplied by of a. I am explaining again. The object is accelerated in this direction, so obviously the value of applied force is greater than the reaction force, so difference between them is equals to the net force. If you don't want this line, so you can uh, keep the expression in this format as well, that a 40 minus of F dash, it is equals to 2 into a. In that format you can keep that expression, and this is your expression number 1. Whether it is clear to understand? Okay, let me explain again. For the case of 2 kg and 3 kg mass, whenever they are just kept together, you are applying a force of 40 Newton on that 2 kg mass, right? So obviously the 2 kg mass will also apply the same force, or you can see somehow the force will be reduced. So we can see the force of action, it can be defined as F dash. It is applied on that 3 kg mass. So I can say this is the force of action. Force of action, it is applied on the 3 kg mass, and this one, it is actually the force of reaction. So here I have considered the force of reaction. Okay, so I can say as the object is in acceleration, it is only possible whenever the value of two forces, they are acting in opposite direction and there is some difference between them. We can say the difference between the two forces, that is equals to the resultant force. It is equals to mass into acceleration. In this case, the mass of the object, it is of 2 kg. So I have substituted the value and we got the expression like this. Now just tell me whether this thing is clear or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the normal reaction force, in this case, the normal reaction force for the mass 1, you can assume it is equals to N1, because for the rest of the masses, you have to consider the normal reaction force. So I'm just saying this is N1 is equals to 20 Newton. Okay. Now, let's go for 3 kg mass. We are just making the free body diagram for the 3 kg mass, but before that, write it down. Then we'll go for the next slide and we'll draw it. Whether it is written, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's go for 3 kg mass. Now for that 3 kg, I'm just drawing the free body diagram. So for that 3 kg mass, the force of action by that 2 kg, just see your copy. The force of action, it was applied in this direction, right? It was actually F dash for the case of 3 kg mass. There was a 4 kg mass as well. So I'm just drawing the diagram. This is the 3 kg and this is the 4 kg mass. Okay. So if 3 kg mass, it is also applying the force of action on that 4 kg and it is written as F double dash. So 4 kg will also apply the force of reaction in this way and it is written as F double dash. So this is my force of action. This is my force of action and this is the force of reaction. For which object you are considering the free body diagram? For 3 kg mass you are considering the free body diagram. So you will consider all the forces which is applied on 3 kg mass. So how much force is applied on 3 kg mass in this direction? That is due to that 4 kg. It is F double dash which is acting in this direction. The weight of the object which is acting in downward direction, it is of 30 Newton, and the normal reaction force, it is equals to N2. The normal reaction force, it is equals to N2. Even this object is in acceleration, so I will apply the same thing. I can say that F dash is way greater than F double dash. So whenever there is a difference between F dash and F double dash, the object is accelerated. So I can say it is equals to the resultant force. It is equals to the mass into acceleration. Okay. The mass, it is of 3 kg. The acceleration is a. So this is another expression. F dash minus F double dash, it is equals to 3a. This is expression number 2. This is not a hard problem, but the mechanism you have to understand. For the previous case, we have draw the diagram and we have understood what are the force of action and the force of reaction, right? I have considered both. Even for this case also, I am recognizing that what is the force of action and what is the force of reaction. In this case, F double dash, which is applied for this 3 kg mass, it is the force of reaction. Force of reaction applied by 4 kg, and here F dash, it is the force of action applied by 2 kg. In this way you can write, then you can understand. On that 3 kg, the force of action which is applied by 2 kg, it is written as F dash. Sorry, due to that circle, F dash is not visible. Let me write it down again. This is my F dash. This is the force of action which is applied by 2 kg, and F double dash which is applied by 4 kg. It is the force of reaction. And we can say that normal reaction force N2, it is equals to 30 Newton. Whether this concept is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now for the case of last one, that is for the case of 4 kg mass. I'm just drawing the diagram. In this case, I hope we don't need a free body diagram. You can draw the diagram here also. So on that 4 kg mass, this is the force of action. It is applied by that 3 kg mass. It is written as F double dash. The object is accelerated in that direction. So the weight of the object is working in the downward direction. It is equals to 40 Newton. The normal reaction force, it is N3. So for this one, what the expressions I can say, that due to that F double dash, the object is in acceleration, right? So it is equals to the net force, that is of 4 multiplied by of A. 4 is the mass and A is the acceleration. So the F double dash, this is equals to 4 into acceleration. This is the last object. That's why I have not written any of the force of action, reaction and so on. I have just considered only one, because on the last object, just see your copy, only 3 kg mass is applying some force of action on that 4 kg mass. This is the force of action. Force of action, please write down, applied by 3 kg mass. This is the force of action applied by 3 kg mass. I don't have the space, so I'm just telling you to write. So I can say F double dash, it is equals to 4 into A. This is equals to mass into acceleration, because only one force is responsible for this object for the acceleration. So that's why I am saying F double dash equals to 4A, because for this one the object is accelerated only for 4 kg. So this is expression number 3. Up to that much, whether it is clear? Force of action and reaction, action and reaction, from Newton's third law. In class 9 you have also got that Newton's third law, but there were no numerical questions, no free body diagrams. But now with that Newton's third law, maximum of the free body diagrams can be drawn, even they are being solved also. So up to that much, just write it down and see whether it is clear or not. Just see the whole part. See the whole part and say. Whether it is clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can give you one problem. I can explain again because I know some of the students still have not understood. So let me write down expression number 1, 2, 3. So let's see what is expression number 1. 40 minus f dash equals to 2a. So from expression number 1 we can say 40 minus of f dash, it is equals to 2a, expression number 1. Now expression number 2, f dash minus of f double dash equals to 3a. So f dash minus of f double dash is equals to 3a. Expression number 2. Expression number 3, f double dash equals to 4a. F double dash equals to 4a. So what we can do that the value of f double dash I can substitute here. So I can say from equation number 2, this of f dash, instead of writing f dash I have written f double dash. So this is f dash minus of, I am substituting the value of f double dash, it is of 4a, it is equals to 3a. So f dash is having the value of 7a. So now the value of f dash I can put here in expression number 1. You don't have to do that arrow sign actually in your exam. I'm just giving you just to make you understand. Okay. So from expression number 1, what I can say, or from equation number 1, I can say 40 minus of 7a, it is equals to 2a. So I can say that 40 is equals to 9 into a. So finally we can say if 9a equals to 40, so a is equals to 40 by of 9, that much meter per second square. So this is the value of acceleration. So simple, right? So we have found the value of acceleration in this way. I can give you the shortcut formula as well to find out the value of acceleration. Okay, the shortcut formula will be more easy. Even the expression what we have done for that, everything I will provide you in the next slide. This is just the procedure. Otherwise, whenever the tension forces are there, you will not able to solve that problem. Actually, that thing happens whenever I was in class 11. So that's why I'm just making you understand whatever the possible things that every student faces. When we are just going for the coaching in our school teacher, for our school teacher, at that time he was actually solving all the free body diagrams, and only some of the free body diagrams the teacher was solved, but the maximum, the rest of the free body diagrams we have to make. And at that time, for making of one free body diagram we need 1 hour, sometimes it is needed 2 hours, but still the answer was not being matched. So I hope for you people the same thing will not happen. You can solve every free body diagram whatever you have. Now up to that much, whether it is written and clear to understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now actually what we have done, now for the previous one, this is actually one object, this is the next object, and this is the bigger one. If I can write in that formulated way, this is the applied force on the first object. It is having a mass m1, this is m2, this is m3. So I can say for the case of m1, this is the diagram for m1. I'm not drawing the free body diagram. For m1, the weight of the object, it is of m1 into g. This is the normal reaction force n1. The object is accelerated in this direction. So m2 is applying a reaction force on that m1. So that's why what we can say, if I make a complete diagram, I hope whether it is able to be understood or not, let's try. Okay, I'm just making a whole complete diagram. All of the masses are connected with each other. I'm just making a small separation thus I can write down the action reaction forces. So this is m2 and this is m3. Okay, so m1 is applying a force of action as f dash. Sorry. This is m2. Now m2 is applying a force of reaction in this direction. This is of f dash. Is if m1 is applying a force of action as f dash, then M2 is applying a force of reaction as F dash. Now, if M2 is applying a force of action on M3 as F double dash, then M3 is applying a force of reaction as F double dash, because you are applying a force of F on M1. So whenever you will apply a force of on M1, M1 will apply a force on M2, M2 will apply a force on M3, and for that the action reaction forces I have written. Here I'm just writing the complete diagram. This is the action force applied by M1, reaction force applied by M2. This is the action force applied by M2. This is the reaction force applied by M3. In this way, the action reaction forces are actually working. For the rest of the objects, you can consider the normal reaction force and the weight, but I don't have the space to draw them. So I'm just giving you the concept of action reaction forces, how they are working. Whether according to the diagram it is clear, and finally the total system is moving in this direction. The acceleration is in this direction. So M1 is moving to the right, M2 is also moving to the right, even M3 is also moving to the right. Every block of mass is moving in the right direction because they are accelerated. They are in motion. Whether this thing is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The rest of the students, whether the action reaction forces are clear?
Yes, sir.
Now let's come for the shortcut. According to the shortcut, what we can say, that whenever two block of masses are there, this is M1 and this is M2. Whenever two block of masses are there, and you have to find out the acceleration. This is the applied force. So acceleration, it is equals to the force divided by M1 plus M2. Whenever three block of masses are there, this is M1, this is M2, this is M3. This is the applied force. So acceleration equals to F by M1 plus of M2 plus of M3. For more block of masses, you will just going to add them in the denominator portion, like M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4 plus M5 and so on up to infinity. So this is the shortcut formula by which the acceleration can be found in an easiest way. For this three block
Yes,
of
sir.
mass, the acceleration is going on in this direction. Now, whether it is done, completed? Everyone, whether it is done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more problem, okay? One more problem. Like in this direction, sorry, in this way, the problem can be, same thing is there. This is 5 kg. It is connected with 10 kg. It is connected with 20 kg. Okay. And they are tied with a string. You have to find out the tension force. You are applying a force in this direction, it is equals to 50 Newton. Okay. You have to find out the acceleration for each block of mass. For this one, acceleration, for this one, and for this one. The acceleration is same for all block of masses. Each and every block of mass is accelerated in a same way. So at first draw the diagram, then we'll draw the free body diagrams. In this case, the tension forces. At first draw it, Then I will give you how the tension forces are acting between them. Whether the diagram is drawn,
Yes,
so
sir.
I can
Done.
say, okay. So I can say the tension force which is acting between 5 kg and 10 kg, if the tension force which is applied by 5 kg, it is of T1, then the reaction tension force, that means if you are applying a tension force on 10 kg, then 10 kg will also apply the same tension force on you. So that's why this is the reaction force, you can see. You can assume this is T1, so this will also be T1, right? Because action reaction forces are equal and opposite. Now, the tension force between 10 kg and 20 kg. If 10 kg is applying a tension force on 20 kg, it should be of T2. Then 20 kg is applying the same tension force as T2. Simple. Now it's the time to draw the free body diagram. Then we'll start with this 5 kg mass. Okay. This is the 5 kg mass. Okay. So you can say that the tension force which is acting on the 5 kg mass in this direction, this is of T1, right? The acceleration is happening in the same direction. In this direction, the acceleration is happening, right? This is having a mass of 2 kg. So I can say that the acceleration is happening because of the tension force. For 2 kg, let me write down, so whenever you will revise, you can get my words as well. So the acceleration
Sir, 5
is,
kg, no?
oh, 5 kg. Oh, it's for 5 kg. Mhm. So it's 5 kg, it is also 5 kg. So for 5 kg, the acceleration is due to T1. So I can say that T1, it is equals to the resultant force, right? The resultant force can be written as your mom, like mass into acceleration. So in this case, you can consider that m1, it is equals to 5 kg, m2, it is equals to 10 kg, and m3, it is equals to 20 kg. So I can say it is equals to m1 into a. So I can say the tension force T1, it is equals to m1 into a. So what is the value of m1? It is equals to 5. So I can say it is equals to 5a. This is my expression number 1. Whether it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just draw it and complete the writing. Then we'll go for the next mass, 10 kg.
Sir, done.
Okay. Now the rest of the students, whether the concepts are clear to understand, just tell me. Don't make it complex because they are too easy. If you are able to understand, then you will enjoy the topic. But if you don't able to understand, you will suffer with this topic. Okay. Now you can do one thing, that in your home you should have three of the boxes. You just connect them with the help of a string. Then I hope you have your small brother or sister. Just tell him or her, just try to drag it. So whenever he or she will drag, just find out the tension force, which block of mass is dragged by which one, so you can understand it physically. Okay. Now For the case of 10 kg mass, we are going to draw the free body diagram. So for the case of 10 kg, I can say this is the point mass, this is 10 kg. So just see the previous diagram. Obviously, T2 is applied in this direction and T1 is applied in the opposite direction. So I just have to draw T2 and T1 for 10 kg. Okay. So for 10 kg, T2 is applied in this direction and T1 is applied in this direction. So the object is accelerated in this direction. Na? The acceleration is happening in this direction. So I can say T2 must be greater than T1. That's why the object is accelerated. So T2 minus of T1, it is equals to the resultant force. Right? The resultant force, it is calculated as the mass multiplied by the acceleration. The mass is 10 kg, acceleration is a. T2 minus what is the value of T1, you can substitute in the last line. The value of T1 is 5a. So I am just substituting the value of T1 as a 5a. So T2, it is equals to 5a plus 10a. So it is equals to 15a. This is expression number 2. Whether it is clear? At first understand it. That means for the case of mass M2, it is having a mass of 10 kg. So the two forces that are acting on it, I hope you have the diagram from the previous page. So just see here, T2 is applied in the right direction. This is actually the force of action. And here T1 is applied in the left direction. This is the force of reaction. So I just have drawn T2 and T1 as I have drawn in that previous diagram. I can say that due to the difference of T2 and T1, the object is accelerated in the right direction. So T2 minus T1 equals to resultant force. We know the resultant force is your mom. So it is equals to mass into acceleration ma. So the mass is 10 kg, acceleration is a. So I can say T2 equals to 15a. Now, up to that much, whether it is clear? Everyone, just give me one more minute. Whether it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, for the case of for the case of last mass, that is of 20 kg, I'm just able to draw that whatever the forces are acting on 20 kg. I hope you have the diagram. So draw the forces according to the diagram. So if I draw a free body diagram for 20 kg, so this is my 20 kg. So I am applying a force of F in this direction and the tension force T2 is acting in that direction. The object is accelerated in that way. This is the direction of the acceleration. So I can say the force, my applied force is greater than the tension force. That's why the object is accelerated. So difference between these two forces, that means my applied force minus of the tension force T2, this is equals to the resultant force, right? In this case, the resultant force, that is equals to mass into acceleration. So it will be m3 multiplied by of a. How much force I have applied? 50, na? So I can write here, I can write very small. So this is 50 minus of T2. This is equals to M3 into A. Whether the third free body diagram is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please finish the writing. Actually, I'm just taking one more minute. Sorry, but I have to finish this. So in the next day, I can start fully. Okay, all the free body diagrams related to pulley, I can start. So whether this much is clear, everyone? The rest of the people, only one student is replying. Ritika, Ananya, Manish, what are the other names? Gagan, Purva, Priti, right? Otherwise, we don't remember rest of the names. I have to see. But till that time, just see whether it is clear or not. F50
Sir.
minus of T2 equals to M3 into A. Now, I'm just moving to the next one. That means I'm just going to substitute the value of T2, that is equals to 15A in this expression. So I can get that 50 minus, in the last line I have written 50 minus of T2, it is equals to M3 into A. It is of a 20 kg mass, so it should be of 20 into A. So I can say that 50 minus of T2 is having the value of 15A. So it is equals to 20A. So I can say that 50 is equals to 35A. So if 35A equals to 50, A is equals to 50 by of a 35. 50 by 35 means 5 sevens are 5 tens are. So this is 7 10 by 7. So you can say this 7 ones are 7, 7 fours are 28, 7 twos are 14, 7 eights are 56, 7 fives are 35, and so on. That much meter per second square, right? We can
Yes,
calculate this
sir.
in this way. So why did the total session? I hope you have understood. We have, that is, in tomorrow we can understand the pulley. The different free body diagrams can be drawn with the help of a pulley. Okay, this topic is very much important because some of the pulleys will be single fixed pulley, some of the pulleys will be single fixed, single movable pulley. All the pulleys will explain. So till that time, I hope the writing is finished for everyone, and we are just ending this class at this point of time. Sorry, actually I have taken some more time because we have to finish that now. So keep practicing, keep learning, be safe, and at this point we are just ending this class. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Okay.
Thank you, sir.